So I own a bakery, so I'm gonna do some voice texting you so I can use my hands if that's okay. So I'm gonna answer your question based on what I think you mean, and then I'm going to explain the nuances of what you asked me. So my knowledge comes from life. Like, you go through relationships, situations, experiences that teach you something. And I've never learned a lesson more than once. So life is where my knowledge and wisdom came from. But if you really think about like what knowledge and wisdom is, it's not just, oh, don't touch the stove because it's hot, right? Because my mother could have easily just told me not to touch the stove. That is what? Knowledge. And then if I do touch the stove because I'm not listening or paying attention or want some kind of trauma-based experience about the stove, then I'm going to touch the stove anyway. And now I have what? Wisdom? Is that knowledge again? Is that just experience? Is that different than knowledge and wisdom? Right? So I would say it's a combination of things. I know what I know because I have an intuitive knowing, and that comes from being spiritually inclined. That comes from being tapped in to myself, into source. I'm guided. I have ancestors that don't play about me. Like, there's some knowledge there and wisdom that is embedded in my soul. And then, of course, because we're all living in a three-dimensional experience, I have the touching of the stove experience, knowledge, and wisdom. I have the toxic relationship experience, knowledge, and wisdom. I have these variety of experiences that have happened that I've learned from, and I'm not going to do it again. Isn't that what wisdom is? Like, ooh, I can think and have the capacity to discern between this moment and a next similar moment. And that's what makes my work, my mission, my purpose really, really important. Because I feel like a lot of us get stuck in cycles where we get an experience, we don't like it, we think we learned from the experience because, oh, that experience was red. I don't like red. But then they get presented with another experience that happens to be pink. And they're like, oh, that ain't the same experience as the red one. Let me try it again. And then they don't like it. Because it wasn't red, they're confused. Like, wait a second. But this experience was pink. Why didn't my same approach to pink not work? I used it on red. I learned to not use it on red. And it's that kind of mindset that people are stuck in because they don't have the ability to tap into their intuitive knowing to recognize that pink is red. It's just mixed with something else. You get what I'm saying?